Just when we thought Nigel Farage would be content with his comfortable role at GB News, another political twist emerges. The man who spearheaded Brexit is back in the spotlight, seemingly not done with shaking up British politics. But can we really be surprised that Farage thrives in such chaos? So, what's the plan this time? Is this another PR stunt by Farage, or is there something more substantial behind it? He's done exceptionally well at GB News, hosting 4 nights a week, recently winning News Host of the Year for the 2nd consecutive year. Not only that, but he has 2 grandchildren on the way, the first of whom was born on June 23, a date forever etched in his legacy as the day of the Brexit vote. Nigel Farage is no stranger to altering the landscape of British politics. He was the driving force behind the UK's exit from the European Union, leading UKIP and later the Brexit Party in his relentless campaign to see the UK break away from the EU. After achieving his goal in 2020, Farage seemed to step back from the political spotlight, trading it for a life in the media. His success at GB News appeared to give him a quieter, more settled existence. Yet, in typical Farage fashion, that peace didn't last long. In a surprise live announcement, Farage declared his return to the political arena, once again poised to shake up the UK's political landscape. Just when many believed he had left politics behind, Farage dropped a bombshell that could change the face of British politics once more. When Prime Minister Rishi Sunak hinted at a potential snap election, it made Farage pause and reflect. With his successful media career and stress-free life, the question loomed, should he return to politics or remain on the sidelines? Farage, who recently celebrated his 60th birthday in good health and surrounded by family, was content. His role at GB News earned him wide popularity, but when Sunak raised the prospect of a quick election, Farage couldn't help but consider stepping back into the fray. The Conservative Party, under its leadership over the past 14 years, had failed to meet many of the promises made in 2019. The economy was struggling, immigration was rising, and crime was becoming a greater issue. Farage saw this as a failure to deliver on key Brexit promises, particularly in areas like border control and economic growth. It was a moment of reflection for him, whether to stay in his comfortable media role or step in to fix what he believed was a broken system. Farage couldn't ignore the Conservative Party's shortcomings any longer. The situation compelled him to act. He recognized that reform wasn't just necessary, it was critical. Farage's frustration centered around the unfulfilled promises of the 2019 election and the Conservative government's failure to manage issues like immigration, crime, and the economy. Knife and gun crime was rising, the NHS was overstretched, and people struggled to get basic healthcare services. Farage believed that the government had failed to deliver on the core Brexit promises he had championed for years. At that moment, on July 5, Farage made his decision. He would represent the people once again and lead Reform UK. His return wasn't just a light-hearted move, it was a serious commitment to reforming the political system and offering a real alternative to the two-party dominance. Farage's decision to lead Reform UK was a calculated one. After a comfortable life away from politics, the state of the nation pushed him back into the spotlight. Reform UK, born out of the Brexit campaign, provided him with the platform to address deeper issues within British society. His vision wasn't merely about gaining a few parliamentary seats, but rather about challenging the entire two-party system. Farage's strategy is clear: build up Reform UK as a credible political force. He is focused on selecting competent candidates and structuring the party in a way that makes it capable of challenging the political status quo. He doesn't want Reform UK to be just another fringe party, but a serious and organized force that can reshape the political landscape. Farage's comeback is rooted in a desire to see real change in the UK. His leadership of Reform UK is built around grassroots participation and empowering members to take an active role in shaping the party's future. This shift from a top-down approach to one driven by its members is central to Farage's strategy. He plans to establish local offices in constituencies across the country, building a base of supporters who can drive the party's success in elections. Farage understands that for Reform UK to succeed, especially in a system like the UK's, local engagement is key. His plan is to build strong local networks, following a model similar to that of the Liberal Democrats, who have historically succeeded by focusing on grassroots campaigning. Farage's goal isn't just to participate in elections, he aims to change the UK's political structure entirely. Reform UK is set to target local elections first, building momentum from the ground up before tackling parliamentary representation. It's a bold plan, but one that Farage believes is achievable with the right approach and support from the public. What do you think of Farage's return to politics and his vision for Reform UK? Let us know in the comments below.